Hello and welcome to another vlog video. I'm having a major redesign of my workshop layout at the moment, which is why I have the camera pointed this way, because I don't want to show you what's going on over there just yet. And I'll have a series of videos focusing on things like making changes to my dust extraction setup, getting rid of one of my most used machines and deciding not to replace it. I'm also looking at upgrading another one of my machines and moving things around and reorganizing. I think I'm about halfway through that lot at the moment, and it's taken so much more time and effort than I expected, but I'm really excited about it. So those videos will be coming next to the channel. I also have a big and intimidating DIY project coming soon. We need to put in a new soakaway at the back of our bungalow, and it needs to be massive. And that should be a collaboration with one of my favorite channels on YouTube, so stay tuned for that. I've also got a big furniture project to do. I'm going to be making a solid oak extending dining table and also a couple of garden carpentry jobs that I need to get done as well. I mentioned in a recent video that my wife and I were expecting a baby, and I just wanted to say thanks for all of the nice messages and let you know that baby Brown arrived at the end of June. So he's now 2 months old, healthy and happy, so we feel very blessed. And Ria, my wife, is doing great too. We have decided to keep baby Brown and his face off social media just because the internet can be a strange place, but you'll probably see him in future videos. I might just blur out his face or something like that. Things with the channel aren't going so well right now, and I'm saying this not to complain but to explain why I might be making some changes. My YouTube earnings are the lowest they've been in 3 years. My Facebook page revenue has dropped by 90%, and I'm not even exaggerating. From what I can gather, it's not that I'm specifically doing anything wrong. This is just the state of the industry at the moment in the UK. I know Ben at Hugh & Orr did a good video about it recently, which I'll link to below. Channel membership is also lower than it's been since 2019, and I can understand that because I know how tight things are for everyone at the moment. View numbers are down too, right at a time when I think I'm making the best content that I've ever made. So anyway, all that to say, while I've always been incredibly fussy about sponsorships, I turn down probably more than 95% of the offers that I get, and I think I've only ever worked with 5 sponsors here on YouTube in the past 8 years, and a couple of others on Instagram, and they've all been for products that I know and love and I feel I can fully endorse. But going forward, I don't know if I can afford to be so fussy anymore. I can promise you though that I won't be advertising the likes of Raid Shadow Legends, and I'm not going to be putting a sponsor in every video or anything like that, but I do think I'll need to change my approach to it all. Obviously, a massive thank you to all of the channel members that do support the channel and have done for so long. I also want to lean into the whole money saving aspect of the work that I do. You've probably seen in a few videos recently, I've had on a budget in the thumbnail, and I really enjoy those kind of projects because I've always been quite frugal and resourceful, so it kind of comes naturally to me. It's the end of an era for my handmade oil wax wood finish products, and there are a few reasons for that, including the ever increasing costs of ingredients and lack of time now that we have a baby in the house. So whatever is in stock on my online stores right now is what I have left, and once it's gone, it's gone. I think I have quite a lot of the food safe version and a handful of the triple packs, and that's it. And I'll leave a link to the stores in the description if you're interested in checking them out. I wanted to do a quick follow-up on a recent video I did comparing the 3M Xtract sander with the Merkur D-Ross. In that video, I complained that the Xtract sander seemed to have a vibration problem. It was incredibly noisy in operation, and it felt a little bit jumpy and jerky, like the motor hadn't been properly balanced. So my conclusion in that video was that the D-Ross was the better sander. However, I got a comment from Tinkery suggesting that I try the 3M Xtract without a pad saver fitted. So I did that in an Instagram story after the video had been published, and here is what happened. So I haven't touched this since shooting the video, so let's see if it's still noisy. It is very noisy, so let's try it without the pad saver just to see if that does resolve things. It sounds quieter now. It still jerks a lot when that brake kicks in, and it still takes ages to spin down, but it's definitely a lot quieter now. Right, now I've just put the pad saver back on, and let's see if it's noisy again now. It is. I cannot fathom why on earth a pad saver would make a sander louder. So basically it seems that the 3M Xtract doesn't work well with pad savers, presumably because it creates a balancing issue. On the Merca sander, if you take off the backing pad, there's ways of balancing the motor by adding additional weight in the form of bolts in order to minimise vibration when using accessories like pad savers. And thanks also to the Natural Workshop for pointing that out. I actually didn't know that, partly because I tend not to read manuals, but also because my Merca has always worked great with a pad saver fitted. There's never been any need for adjustments and no vibration issues at all. On further investigation, I actually dismantled the 3M Xtract to have a look inside, and I found that there is no mechanism for balancing the motor on that sander. I suppose you could add some weight to it, maybe by hot gluing something in, but it'd be trial and error, and maybe it'd void the warranty or something. I don't know. I just thought this was important for anyone considering buying either of those sanders. So with regard to the Xtract, since my review, it's gone up in my estimation in one way because it doesn't have a vibration issue right out of the box with no pad saver fitted. But it's also gone down in my estimation in another way because they haven't added any mechanism for balancing the motor for use with accessories. And personally, I always use pad savers because they're much cheaper to replace than the actual backing pad of the sander. So in conclusion, I was wrong about the 3M Xtract having a major vibration issue. However, I think I am going to stand by my original verdict and say that the Merca would still be my sander of choice out of the two. Recommended viewing is the segment where I like to talk about the content that I've been enjoying lately. Matt from Badger Workshop and I recently ran a one pallet project challenge on our podcast Workshop Banter. There were loads of fantastic entries and we did an episode recently showing off some of our favourites. Thanks to everyone who participated, it was brilliant. Anyway, I had the difficult job of choosing my favourite and I chose a project by a chap called Ben at Studio Yan, which was a case for a tablet and accessories, all made using hand tools, which was just incredible. But what I didn't realise was that Ben has a channel here on YouTube and his videos are amazing and every bit as well put together as his projects are. Highly recommend checking them out, link in the description box. Daisy Tempest, a young lady making outstanding luthiery videos. The first video of hers I saw was a ukulele build. I actually built a ukulele and an electric guitar many years ago on this channel, and if videos like the ones made by Daisy were around back then when I was trying to learn the basics of luthiery, I'd have learned loads from them and probably would have done a much better job than I managed to do too. She does incredible work, makes great videos, link in the description box, and her channel really seems to be blowing up at the moment, which is great to see. And finally, I've really been enjoying the videos on a channel called The DIY Fix. He's recently been building a garden room and he's done a brilliant job on it, covering each part of the build as separate videos. Link in the description box. That's it for this one. Thank you very much for watching.